My first real job out of college ended with someone in handcuffs. I'm the reason why. I was starting my first real job, filing routine expense reports, when a number jumped out at me. A transfer for $12,000 that didn't match anything else in the system. I wasn't investigating. I wasn't trying to be a hero. I was just organizing paperwork that someone else was supposed to file. But now I'd seen it, and my whole body went cold. I clicked on the transfer to see where it went. Then I clicked on another one, then another. Every single one pointed to the same account, an expense fund controlled by someone in senior leadership. My hands started trembling. I was fresh out of school, and I just stumbled into something that felt way bigger than me. I should have closed the laptop right then. I should have pretended I never saw it. My first instinct was to tell my dad. He'd know what to do, but I could already hear his voice. He drilled it into me my whole life. Never say anything unless you have proof. And on my first day here, he made it crystal clear. I'm not your boss, so don't come to me about anything. It's not my job to help you. So I kept searching. Throughout the next few weeks, I offered to file the expense reports. Each time I marked down anything suspicious I saw and told myself I'd stop if it turned out to be nothing. I organized everything the way my dad taught me years ago. Neat columns and highlighted numbers, and I kept telling myself I'd just show him what I found before going to anyone official. However, it kept getting worse. The transfers weren't random. Someone was pulling money directly from the company retirement fund, the account where the warehouse workers and secretaries and janitors had been saving their whole careers so they could stop working someday. I added up the amounts and nearly threw up. Over $2 million. Gone. Moved into what looked like fake companies that only existed on paper. My heart plummeted lower with every click of the mouse. I traced the transfers back to their source, a senior VP's personal expense account. I told myself it could be anyone in the company. Lots of people had access to these files. Then I pulled up the account holder's name and the room started spinning. It was my father, the man who paid for my degree, the man who got me this job. I pushed back from the desk so hard my chair hit the wall. I wanted to delete everything I had recorded and pretend I'd never opened those files. But then I found something that made it impossible to walk away. The list of employees he'd drained completely. One of them was the older woman from payroll who showed me pictures of her grandkids every morning. Her entire pension was gone. 28 years of savings vanished into my father's fake companies. I reported it anonymously that night through the company hotline. My hands shook so bad I could barely type. 2 weeks later, the head of the legal department called me into her office. She sat me down and said they'd traced the report. They knew it was me. I started apologizing immediately, like I'd done something wrong. She held up her hand. You did the right thing, but we need you present when we terminate him. He won't be able to claim the evidence is fabricated. Can you do that? I found the word yes coming out of my mouth. The meeting was scheduled for Friday at 3. I sat in the corner of the conference room with my hands squeezed together so tight my knuckles went white. The door opened and my father walked in smiling. He had that confident walk I'd known my whole life, like he owned every room he entered. The head of legal started talking, saying words like irregularities in accounts and unauthorized transfers. I watched my father's face shift from confusion to something I'd never seen from him before. Fear. His eyes scanned the room and landed on me. His whole body went stiff. You? His voice cracked. You did this to your own father? I stood up even though my legs felt like they might collapse. You stole from people who worked here their whole lives. People that trusted you. He stepped toward me. I paid for your college, your car. Everything you have came from me. I'm disgusted. With stolen money. My voice came out steadier than I expected. His face twisted into something ugly as he demanded, just tell them you made a mistake. There's no mistake. I saw everything. He flipped the table in anger. Security grabbed onto his arms to hold him down. You're destroying this family, he screamed as they pulled him back. You're my daughter, my own blood. They dragged him toward the door while he kept shouting about betrayal and how ungrateful I am. The last thing I saw was his face, red and twisted, completely unrecognizable from the man who used to read me bedtime stories. I got promoted. My first paycheck came with a signing bonus, and I donated all of it to the employee relief fund they'd set up for workers whose retirements had been affected. My dad's in federal prison now, 12 years with no parole.